Welcome to a somewhat different video for a somewhat different day. In this video I'll review an entire tech tree of ships, though I'll generalize them through an example, as this tech tree has something special. I'll be reviewing the hidden fishing boat tech tree. An elusive tech tree only available to those that have achieved a specific kind of goal. It features whole new gameplay, so let's get into it. First things first, the main armament. This depends from vessel to vessel, but in general you'd be lucky to have a rifle or two, as some come with just a captain armed with a pistol. Not a great armament, as you can imagine, but maybe enough to scare off the more cowardly reserve coastal vessel. There is no other gun armament, so we can just go straight to special armament. Empty bottles in this case. These have an extremely short, effective range, but can strike some holes in wooden hull ships, if thrown hard enough. They can also function as some low-range shrapnel projectile, good for removing crew on the deck of enemy ships. But again, the low effective range makes them rather situational. As for mobility, we have a noticeable departure from the other tech trees in the game. These vessels are immobile, as indicated by the oil slicks surrounding the vessel. We'll come back to this later, as it has an important impact on the playstyle, as you can guess. When it comes to survivability, I won't mince my words. They're atrocious. A single rifle caliber round will hull break any of the fishing boats in this tree, no exceptions. So you better be prepared for a sudden trip to the ocean floor when you decide to spawn one of these vessels. Now, the playstyle. How do you play immobile, unarmed, vulnerable fishing boats? Well, that's the interesting part, because when you decide to play these you can only have fishing boats, as they are a separate tree. But the game does something very sneaky. These decorative fishing boats around the map? Well, some of them are actual players, they're just not a part of the scoreboard and cannot interact with the chat in any way. This means that you cannot distinguish between the core and the player. But alright, what do you actually do in these boats? Well, nothing really. But there's an upside. They gain rewards over time. And I don't know the exact rate, as I only recently unlocked them myself, but I do know that you just gain RP and silver lions based on how long your boat stays afloat. So basically, pray you spawn far away from the warships and hope no one runs into you. And it's basically free RP and silver lions. So to summarize, the armament is rather lackluster, the mobility and survivability are atrocious, the playstyle is incredibly easy, and the rewards are alright. Verdict? Consider them. Now, I won't tell you exactly how to unlock this tree, as that would take away the special secrecy of it. But for those that figure it out, do be sure to grind down the tree. It's a very relaxing experience, and hey, there's probably no easier SL out there than this. And now for real, I hope this joke of a video and this joke of a day found you well. Goodbye, and may your seas be calm.